When was the last dev update video? Oh, so almost a year ago, I announced I was undergoing a total art style rework for Angels and Demons. If you're unfamiliar, Angels and Demons is a platformer RPG rhythm game hybrid inspired by the Mario and Luigi series, and the old art style was pretty bad. So I reworked it a little bit, used that for 3 demos, and then got told it was still pretty bad. If you're in the Angels and Demons Discord, the new art style is most likely what you're used to seeing, but for anyone visiting the channel, you would still get the old slop made using finger paint you haven't used since you were 4 years old. So, that brings me here. I'm going to show some side-by-sides of the new art while also talking about some specific design changes related to the characters. First up is our main protagonist. You get to name him, so I'll just refer to him as MC for this video. MC's design is mostly unchanged. It's a case of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. His design is one that I've been happy with since the first demo and has only really needed a few touch-ups. Since his design has essentially just been migrated to the new style, I'll talk about that instead. The new style is heavily inspired by the Mario and Luigi series, specifically Partners in Time. The soft brown outline with some minor anti-aliasing creates this kind of hand-drawn look that the series is known for. That's one of the main things I wanted to bring into the new style. The new style also properly incorporates smear frames, something that was notably absent from certain older animations. This gives things like melee attacks a lot more oomph when they come out. The last thing I can think of while writing the script is the lack of solid black. Instead of using solid black, I use a slightly lighter black to create this softer look on the characters. This is especially apparent on characters like Yui. And what better way to move into the next section? Yui! Yui got a huge redesign moving into the new art style. Her old sprites were very frail looking. She looked noticeably abnormal compared to other humans in the game. Of course, she is an angel, but she also has a human form, one that very clearly stood out in a crowd. I think this new design for Yui keeps the things that made her who she is, while also allowing for more expression and detail. One notable detail is how her outlines are handled. In the old style, her body, wings, and halo all had a separate outline. Now, her halo loses the outline, and it otherwise follows whatever element of her character is on the outside. Finally, a lot of her duplicate animations have been replaced with fresh ones, specifically ones that use this pose. If you know, you know. Let's take a look at Kaguya next. Kaguya, like MC, had very few changes to her general animations and style. Most notably, she's slightly taller, her hair is more rounded out, and her face is a bit more cute. Her major changes come with her weak animations and her cyber form. Her weak animations now have proper screen glitches, broken movements, and wires hanging out. Her cyber form is totally redesigned. Instead of extending her limbs to show her skeleton, which kinda didn't make sense considering her clothes, she redirects non-essential power from her screen face and routes it into her muscle structure. It exits through a port in her spine and allows for powerful movement. She uses this form in the Century Shuffle attack, as well as for the beatdown attack style. Next up, Autumn. Autumn, like Yui, got a major redesign. Her old design suffered from a terrible case of same-face syndrome. Some people pointed out that she looked very similar to Yui, even leading to some theories that Yui and Autumn are, somehow, the same character. Nope, they just liked the same hairstyle pretty much. Anyways, that's been changed. Autumn now really leans into her name, dressing for a casual autumn evening. She swapped her old outfit for one with some warmer colors and stopped trying to hide her freckles. She's grown out and restyled her hair, now tying it into braids and draping it over her shoulder. She also has a yellow bow on her braid to really tie it all together. Her animations now also reflect her generally optimistic personality. Hardly ever holding still, she's ready to make the best out of a bad situation. And finally, Hector. Hector's old design was very plain, so let's lean into his technical look a bit more. Firstly, he grew out his hair a bit. It was a tad short for his liking. Next up, his goggles were refitted, and now sport a little device attached to the top to perform some unknown functions. He got a new pair of glasses, since those old ones were pretty tiny. It's a wonder he could see to land attacks on enemies in the first place. He goes from long sleeves to short sleeves too. His old gray shirt got swapped out for a teal collared shirt, tucked in and secured by a brand new belt. With his arms showing, we can now see his Slorp smartwatch. He can make use of this tech for some of his blocking animations. And finally, he got some work boots to wear instead of those old sneakers. Hector's design, like Autumn's, needed to fit his personality a lot more. I think this new look suits him pretty well and really accentuates his perfectionist personality. If you watched the previous devlog, I mentioned that there were like 16,000 plus sprites. Roughly half of those are just these 5 characters' animation frames. Well, those character animations have actually been done for quite a while now. I finished them back in December of 2024, if I remember correctly. I have been working on overworld stuff too. That's part of this rework. As you can see, the new versions of Chapel Town and Dusty Rock are much more detailed and lively compared to their Demo 4 counterparts. The entire sprite work is actually pretty close to being finished. In a future devlog, I'll touch on why Demo 5 is taking so much longer to complete, but basically, the art style isn't the only thing being reworked. But if you want to see more sprites in progress on the rework, hop in the Discord for teasers. But yeah, that's all I have to share for this video. I'll see y'all in the next one.